What does the RCMP actually do? I mean, when you picture Canada, you almost certainly picture that iconic red uniform and the wide-brimmed Stetson hat, right? But the reality is, their daily responsibilities go way, way beyond those ceremonial appearances. Welcome to The Explainer. Let's jump right in.
We're tackling this core question head-on today. We're going to challenge those preconceived notions about the iconic red surge and really look at what happens on the ground every single day all across the country.
So, let's look at the Mountie myth versus the modern reality. Back in 1873, they were established as a frontier force to maintain order in the West. But today, they operate as a highly complex, modern, multi-jurisdictional law enforcement organization. It's a completely different ballgame.
Which brings us to community and provincial policing.
It's actually really fascinating to realize that the RCMP serves as the frontline local police force for millions of Canadians. They provide this absolutely vital daily service, sometimes literally patrolling by snowmobile or bush plane for rural, remote, and Indigenous communities where no other police service exists.
And their local impact is huge. Across all the territories and in hundreds of municipalities, local policing duties mean a single shift could involve answering emergency response calls, doing traffic enforcement, conducting criminal investigations, or even leading youth outreach programs. They are deeply embedded in the fabric of these local communities.
Next up, we have federal investigations.
At this federal level, you really see their unique dual structure. They aren't just handling local noise complaints, they enforce laws affecting Canada as a whole. We are talking about taking down organized crime networks, stopping terrorism-related offenses, investigating major financial crimes, and busting massive drug trafficking and firearms smuggling rings. These are huge operations crossing provincial and even international borders.
This logically ties right into their border security focus. Now, you might be thinking of the CBSA, the Canada Border Services Agency. And you'd be right, they manage the official ports of entry. But the RCMP? They are specifically responsible for securing the vast, rugged areas between those official ports. That means investigating illegal border crossings and human smuggling.
Let's move on to cybercrime, intelligence, and security.
Because as crime moves online, so do the Mounties. They have incredible cybercrime capabilities. Specialized RCMP units are out there tracing malicious digital activity across the globe. They're tackling massive online fraud and scams, complex identity theft rings, debilitating ransomware attacks, and severe digital exploitation cases.
This whole approach is what's known as intelligence-led policing, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's not just about reacting to a crime after the fact, it's about actively identifying emerging trends so they can disrupt organized crime or national security threats long before any harm is actually done. And alongside that intelligence work, they play a crucial role in safeguarding the country's vital assets. We're talking about protecting critical infrastructure, things like energy grids and major transportation hubs. They also provide close protection security for internationally protected persons, like visiting foreign diplomats.
Now, let's look at specialized RCMP careers.
Because, honestly, you simply can't execute this level of law enforcement without highly technical experts. The specialized operations they run are incredible. You've got the emergency response team handling high-risk situations, forensic identification services, marine and air security units, and even international liaison officers who are literally posted abroad to cooperate on transnational crime.
It makes for a remarkably dynamic career path. You might start out with your basic depot training, move into frontline community patrol, and then eventually transition into something highly specialized like the ERT or forensics. You are constantly adapting and growing over the course of your career.
To kind of bring this all together, there's a great quote from communication specialist Emily Clark. She notes that the RCMP plays a central role in maintaining public safety, far beyond what many people associate with traditional law enforcement. And I think that just hits the nail on the head.
If you want a complete breakdown of what the RCMP actually does across Canada, or if you're an aspiring Mountie looking to understand the application process, you have to check out joinrcmp.ca. It is a fantastic independent resource to help you navigate your journey.
So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Knowing everything they actually do behind the scenes and on the front lines, are you ready to discover your path and become part of Canada's national police force?